The most important thing in marriage is working together as one. Amos 3:2 was saying, "Can two work together except they agree?" Without an agreement, there is nothing called marriage. It takes the man to agree that he wants to be with this woman, and the woman to accept that, yes, I see him fit to stay under the same roof with him, to entrust my life to him, that they can stay together. And one thing that actually builds that and makes you to grow wealth in marriage is that trust, is agreement. I love to use the word agreement rather than trust, because our Bible made us understand that we should trust only God, and other forms of trust in our present generation. And we know how people have abused that word trust. So when people agree together in marriage, they are quick to agree, they are quick to see reasons together in marriage. They will definitely and most exceptionally create wealth together. Yes, and that is why most married people don't are not able to create wealth together. Only a few or a handful that have been able to achieve that, because they find it difficult to agree. When you don't agree, one will be going west and the other one will be going south, right? But when there's an agreement, you would come together and you agree, okay, let's go east. And then you see that there is progress. And the truth is that where there is an agreement, even if the agreement is on a wrong ground, people prosper somehow, some way. Yes. How do I mean? Okay, there is a particular city, and in the ancient days, and that city had a lot of people, and those people were one. They had one language, they had one form, they have one dream, and then they agreed within themselves that let them build a city or a tower that will connect to the heavens, right, from earth to the sky. And actually, everybody began to bring the bricks. This one began to bring the stones. This one began to bring the cement. Everything they needed, they brought together and began to build. And the building kept on growing and growing. Then somebody supreme, sovereign, bigger, mightier. In fact, the creator of the same people, the same tribe, looked at them and said, "Indeed, these people are one, and their voice is one. And because they are one, whatever they put in their heart to do, it will actually come to pass." That means it is very possible for people who are in one place, who are in one accord, who are in agreement, to build skyscrapers that would lead to heaven, right? In those days, that was, I think, we read those stories and then we could make sense of it, right? Agreement is what is the ladder you need for growth in marriage. Agreement is the ladder you need for growth in marriage. If you don't agree with your spouse quickly, you are actually limiting where you can reach. And then the story, at the end of the story, God Himself, yeah, the story is in the Bible, is the Tower of Babel, and God Himself looked and said, "No, let's change their language. Let's change their tribe. Let's change their tongues." So when someone is saying come, the other one is hearing, "Are you okay?" And then there was chaos at some point, and everybody had to. That's how we began to have different tribes and different communities, right? So imagine if you are having that kind of confusion in your marriage. God did not create marriage for people to have confusion in it, and for your marriage to grow, for your money to grow. When you are married, you definitely need agreement. You need to agree with your spouse in everything. You agree on how to spend, you agree on what not to spend on, you agree on who to give money, you agree on who not to give money, you agree on what to buy, you agree on what not to buy. Those things that, as little as they seem, as minute as it seems, it is actually a bedrock for growth in marriage. And without any form of biases or selfishness. That is how marriage grow. So if you've watched this video to this point, I would like you to like, to share, to subscribe to the channel. Help us to get to our first 1,000 community members. And I believe that your marriage is working for good. So if you are struggling with marriage, get faith messages, get people that have been far in this marriage. We have a lot of them. One of the people I actually watch and also learn from them is Mommy Faith Oyedepo. Yes, Oyedepo. Yes, and she teaches Zip on marriage because she's been married for 40 something years and counting. And there are other people too who you can learn from marriage. So make sure that you're not in disagreement with your spouse, especially when it comes to the issue of money, because money grows in unity, especially when you're married. I love you and I see your marriage thriving. Bye.